Hello, I'm Sage. Thanks for joining us on Kalkine TV for the ASX buzzing stocks for the day. And the Australian shares opened lower on Monday, tracking Wall Street's declines as investors await a potential 50 basis point rate hike by the US Federal Reserve this week. The S&P ASX 200 was lower today, dropping 17.10 points or 0.24% as of 12th December, 10:02am Australian Eastern Daylight Savings Time. The bottom performing stocks in this index were Gold Road Resources down 4.83% and AGL Energy down as well 4.63%. Current at 10:26am on the 12th of December, Australian Eastern Daylight Savings Time. And the top performers were HMC Capital up 1.55% and Bapcor up 1.34%. Today, 10 of 11 sectors were lower over the last week, along with the S&P ASX 200 index. And although little changed, consumer staples is today's best performing sector. However, it is down 0.21% for the past 5 days. Let's take a look at the announcements. Nitro Software and Cascade Parent, trading as Alludo, have agreed to amend the implementation deed dated 15th November 2022, increasing the price by 15 cents to reach $2.15 Australian cash per Nitro share. Under the revised transaction, Alludo undertakes to acquire 100% of Nitro at a price of $2 Australian dollars 15 cents cash per Nitro share and make a simultaneous off-market takeover offer at $2 Australian dollars 15 cents cash per Nitro share, conditional on the Alludo scheme not proceeding and a 50.1% minimum acceptance condition. The Nitro board has determined the revised Alludo offer is superior to the revised Potentia takeover offer, given it represents a consideration premium of 15 cents per Nitro share. On December 8th, 2022, Potentia Capital announced a revised takeover offer at $2 Australian dollars cash per Nitro share with a Potentia scrip alternative. AUB Group announced an upgrade to 2023's financial year guidance at the AGM on 3 November 2022. Following this announcement, the company noted there has been a wide disparity in analysts' views regarding the split between underlying net profit after tax in the first half of 2023 and the second half of 2023. To reduce this disparity, AUB Group has notified the market of the expectations for performance in the first and second half of 2023. The 2023 full financial year underlying net profit after tax guidance announced in November is unchanged, however, and AUB Group expects underlying net profit after tax in the range of 41.5 million to 44.5 million Australian dollars for the first half of 2023, representing 35.5% to 45.3% growth over the first half of 2022. AUB Group expects to release the full details of its first half of 2023's results on the 22nd of February 2023. Genesis Minerals and St Barbara have agreed to a merger under which St Barbara will acquire 100% of the shares in Genesis and will be renamed Hoover House. Genesis shareholders to receive 2.0338 new fully paid ordinary shares in St Barbara for each Genesis share. And St Barbara said it will undertake demerger of Atlantic, Simberi and other assets, including St Barbara's shares in various ASX listed entities. Genesis will raise 275 million Australian dollars to fund the merger and facilitate the transaction, conditional on the scheme and demerger becoming effective. The scheme is unanimously recommended by the Genesis board subject, and the St Barbara said its board intends to unanimously recommend the demerger as well. Big news coming in from those corporations. And before we take a look at some of the other important news, let's take a short break.
Are you an investor looking for premium market opportunities? Presenting premium and exclusive service for investors by Kalkine.
Welcome back to Kalkine TV. Thank you so much for joining us. You are watching the ASX buzzing stocks for the day. Let's take a look at some more of those important announcements. The Australian Securities and Investments Commission is calling on Australian life insurers to review the accuracy of their systems and control for claims, calculations and payments. This follows identification of system failures resulting in the incorrect application of consumer price indexation to life insurance policy benefits and other benefit payment errors. ASIC has received breach reports from 7 life insurers for the miscalculation of life insurance benefits. The errors resulted in the affected customers being either under or overpaid on their claims. And the 7 insurers have implemented system fixes over the last 3 years. They have each commenced and 6 have completed customer remediation programs. ASIC expects that life insurers will make the necessary investment in systems and controls to administer products and handle claims efficiently, honestly and fairly. The life insurers like AIA Australia, TAL, Resolution Life, Swiss Re Life and Health Australia, TAL Life, the Colonial Mutual Life Assurance Society, Westpac Life Insurance Services have undertaken remediation in the last 3 years due to claims, calculation and payment issues. And moving along, banks and other big businesses in Australia will be forced to come clean with the public about what they are doing to cut emissions under plans put forward by the Albanese government. The government is also looking for ways to crack down on greenwashing or when businesses try to win over consumers by overhyping their environmental practices. The Treasurer Jim Chalmers will say in a speech in Sydney on Monday that Australian firms need to make credible disclosures to remain competitive in global capital markets. Treasury will release a consultation paper on Monday on the development of an Australian climate risk disclosure system. The government argues business and investors need clarity and certainty to manage climate risks and invest in new opportunities. It wants large business and financial institutions to provide more information and greater transparency on how they are responding to climate change and supporting the transition to net zero. We're all awaiting to see how the world will meet that goal of net zero targets in the near future. Thanks so much for your company on that report. Hope your day in trading goes well, and please keep watching Kalkine TV, but we'll have another ASX Buzzing Stocks for the day coming your way without a doubt soon. This is Sage signing off.